With me having a chance to be able to test out the finishing ability on NBA 2K25, but also the shooting ability on 2K25, y'all know I had an Anthony Edwards build and also a Ja Morant build that I enjoyed to play on so much. I decided I wanted to make an offensive dominant type of build, but has some type of defense on it. A lot of people end up making builds where they got crazy offense, but the defense ain't there. So today I'm going to end up trying to create a build that can end up getting crazy contact dunks with a high three-pointer, with high ball control, but also with decent defense to be able to play on ball or off ball when it comes to certain situations. But as we end up hopping into my player builder, if you've never seen my Anthony Edwards build, my Anthony Edwards build was a 6'4". A 6'4" with a 94 driving dunk, 89 three-pointer, 86 ball control, because you didn't need nothing really too crazy above like 86. And then you had some decent defense on the build. Now today, as we hop into my player builder, I can recommend you can make this build 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", or even 6'5" if you want to. But today we're gonna stick with the 6'3". You can make it 6'2" if you want the mini marksman and you end up, you know what I'm saying, trying to get really glitchy. And when it comes to this build, I'm gonna at least have like 390 overall ratings, especially when it comes to playmaking, when it comes to dunking, and also when it comes to shooting. But we're gonna end up starting with the finishing aspect of the build. As of driving dunk, I was with a 94 driving dunk with an 82 vertical. Now 94 driving dunk with an 82 vertical, that's how you end up getting elite contact dunks off 2, right? No, in NBA 2K25, elite contact dunks off 2 are no more 94 driving dunk, 82 vertical. You need to have a 96 driving dunk with a 82 vertical to end up getting elite contact dunks off 2. But if you're someone that's want to get the elite contact dunks off 1, you will have to have a 99 driving dunk with a 85 vertical. Like it's crazy now that you really got to put a lot in it to end up getting that much. Now if you're going to end up trying to make a build like this, I definitely recommend you to stop at 93, because if you stop at 93, small contact dunks, 93 driving dunk, and then you have like an 80 vertical, you get the small contact dunks and you get both of them. You get the off ones and you get the off 2s. I would recommend you the highest you go is 93 driving dunk, especially if you're on a small build like this that's under 6'4". Go with a 93 driving dunk. Don't go 94. And the only reason you wouldn't go 93 if you're someone that's going to be on a build that's over 6'4". So if you're in a 6'5", 6'6", make sure you end up going to 90 or something like that. If you want to go past 90, you might as well go to 96 to get the elite contact dunks off 2. So keep in mind, if you're someone that's not going to end up trying to get the elite contact dunks off 2, 96 driving dunk, the only options that you have is a 93 driving dunk with an 80 vertical, the 89 driving dunk with a 78 vertical, the 87 driving dunk with a 75 vertical, and also the 86 driving dunk with a 75 vertical. But when it comes to the shooting aspect of this build, you can end up putting this build at 94 three-point rating if you want to. So you could be able to get all your shooting badges basically on gold. But if you want to end up saving some for the cap breakers, you can end up doing like a 93 pointer or even a 92 three-pointer. So you can at least get dead eye on gold, and you can end up using your cap breakers on your three-pointer if you want to. But at a point, if you're not going to end up going with a 93 driving dunk with an 80 vertical, it's no point for you to end up having this wingspan. I would say go 6'5" if you can get that 93 driving dunk, or you can end up stopping at 89 and rock out with that. So you get a higher three-pointer, so you could be with a build with at least like a 97 three-pointer, 90 driving dunk, or 89 driving dunk, and still be able to get all the contact animations that you really want. Now you see I was messing with my agility. I made sure my agility was at 85, and I've been telling y'all agility is very important, especially laterally. You need agility. You do not want to be out there with no agility, or even with a 70, 75 agility. Even if you're on the off ball in the corner, you're going to get backdoored, you're going to get baby. You're going to get literally abused on the back door if you don't have no agility on your build. Now with the three-pointer, I told you, you can mess around 92, 90. You can use your cap breakers on your three-pointer, so you can end up doing it. But I think I'm going to keep it at 90 for right now. That's just an option that you can end up doing. For the pass accuracy, you can end up rocking out. I'm going to do 77, because 77 is not the best in NBA 2K25, but it's decent, because I already see a lot of people that's already doing 70 pass accuracy. I'm gonna let you know 70 pass accuracy ain't gonna get the job done. It's floating. If 70 pass accuracy get the job done with interceptor on gold, Hall of Fame, and legend, hey, I don't know what type of witchcraft you doing, but hey, you just got lucky. You got super lucky. And when it comes to speed with ball, I definitely recommend you to have 86, 91, or 94, as that being gold, Hall of Fame, and legend. And that's all going to be based on what dribble style that you're going to decide to end up trying to use. Which one do you need certain attributes or certain ratings for to end up unlocking? So that's why I was going to end up trying to keep this at 91, have that Hall of Fame lightning launches, but also you'll unlock almost every dribble style in the game so far that I know of. But we won't be able to tell what's the big difference between lightning launches on gold, Hall of Fame, or even legend until we actually experience the game with our SIGs and our dribble moves. Now, since I showed you the finishing, the shooting, and the playmaking on this build. Now I want to get into the defense. I did put at least a 50 interior on this build, but now perimeter 85. Still 85. I can possibly go to 91 if I want to. If you want to go to 91, you'll get interceptor on Hall of Fame. Then right now I have challenger on silver, on ball menace on silver, pick dodger on silver, off ball pest on gold. But when it comes to my steal on this build, my steal will be having glove on silver, but interceptor on gold. Now if you go 91, you will get glove on gold, interceptor on Hall of Fame. Now, I already told you how Hall of Fame interceptor works, how gold interceptor works, and how legend interceptor works. It is very, very crucial if you have that badge, especially if you sit in the corner. That's why I made sure the wingspan on this build was somewhat long, but not like too short, so you won't have a decent 3-point rating. Now, with the stats, 85, 86 speed, that's Gucci. I did do a 60 strength on this build. I wanted to mess around with it because you do get a good finishing badge with an 80 layup. So you'd be able to get like, what is it called? Physical finisher on bronze or even on silver, and strong dribbler badge, so you can end up getting this build with a 65 strength. The only thing I could really say I would end up doing my cap breakers on would definitely be ball handle, 3-pointer. That would be the main thing. So my ball handle and 3-pointer, based on if I'm going with the max 94, 95 3-pointer, or I'm gonna end up using most of those attributes on that ball handle to end up getting my unpluckable higher and my handles for days higher. That's just going to be based on what we're going to experience in the game. Now for my takeovers, we do have a lot of options. We got driver, we got finisher, we got fluent shooter, and the boosts that you end up getting from these takeovers are insane. Like I told y'all before, if you have a single takeover, and if you don't understand when I say a single takeover, a single attribute takeover, like I only get a boost to my 3-point shot versus having a dual takeover boost, it's going to end up having a drive and layup attribute, and then you got a ball handle attribute, so you can end up getting 2 attributes that's going to get boosted. But if you have 2 attributes or even 3 attributes that's going to get boosted when you having takeover, the highest that you can get is +7 at level 5. Now if you only have 1 actual attribute that's going to get boosted during that time, you can end up getting +15 with a level 5 takeover. So if you someone that got an 84 3-pointer and you got a single like primary just pure 3-point takeover, you can end up having a 99 3-pointer in takeover at level 5 if you unlock it. Now with all the other takeovers that you see in here, it's a lot of varieties, and I like that they tell you what's the actual requirement to unlock a certain takeover. So keep that in mind when you want to go down this list and you want to make a build. Certain takeovers that you're not going to be able to get because you don't have the requirement. So once you get into that requirement, even if you just barely niched it at the end, like, oh, I got an 85 perimeter, oh, I need an 80 something just to get this, I will end up pushing it up just a little bit more just to try to get that takeover if it's a takeover that you're very interested in. If you're not interested in it, bro, that's cool, but you never know. When at the beginning of the game, everybody tests out something different because their playstyle is different, and then somebody's going to find a takeover that's going to be more overpowered or broken compared to the other ones, just based on how quick it is to end up getting takeover to level 5. Because certain takeovers might be easier to get takeover versus, oh, I gotta get this and this to try to get takeover, versus him, he gotta pass the ball and shoot the ball to end up getting his takeover. But look, as of the build, you can end up making this build 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". You can have an 80 layup, 93 driving dunk if you go anything under 6'4". So you'll be able to get them small contact dunks off 1, and you'll be able to get the small contact dunks off 2, as long as you got that 80 vertical, bro. But when it comes to this build, you're gonna end up getting shades of Steve Francis, Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Halliburton. That's an actual crazy mixture, like, to be honest. But you're gonna be named a 2-way for sure. But we're gonna be a 2-way inside out ISO creator. Let me say that one more time. A 2-way inside out ISO creator. This is maybe the first time I ever seen the word ISO in a build name, and it's a lot of great build names on this game. You really could be called a Swiss Army knife as a build name on NBA 2K25, or even a switchable lockdown defender. Like, it's crazy. But look, if y'all boys got a lot of information to help y'all steer y'all in the right direction to make one of the best all-around builds, hey man, make sure y'all boys drop a like, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure you turn notifications if y'all haven't yet. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one, and don't forget to check out the 2 videos on the screen, man.